experience of remote learning and being in virtual environments has really forced all of us to rethink what family engagement looks like. And I think there are some real benefits to that. The ability to engage virtually is something I don't think we've taken advantage of as much as we possibly could. And I think it's because it's not part of our typical experience. We're used to family engagement being in person and parent teacher conferences and open houses. And when something's not going right, you have a conversation in a meeting. But I think for parents who don't always have the opportunity to take off work, who are in the midst of transportation issues or have barriers to getting into a classroom, I think I would really love to see us keep the opportunity to have virtual conversations and really consider that engagement, because it is engagement. It is engagement because you are having the conversations, you're involved in your child's education. And we know the research shows us that family engagement is one of the really critical factors in success for students. And so I'd love people to start rethinking what engagement can look like and keep these new ways of engagement and really respect them as just as valid as the other ways we've engaged before.
Yeah, I agree with Amanda. I think this is a really amazing opportunity. And I know we are all feeling that urgency right now, which we might not feel that pressure and urgency and hopefully won't over time, but I do feel like that imperative. I do hope that imperative of staying engaged and collaborating does linger on even after all of this. I think families are having to spend more time working with their children. You know, I think even if they're going to school a few days a week or they're fully remote, I think kids are just home more. And so they're able to see more of what they're spending their academic learning time on. So I'm hopeful that that is giving parents a glimpse into sort of the academic trajectory of children and what skills that they're practicing and learning over time, so that parents can anticipate that, you know, perhaps with a younger child who is, you know, going through the same thing a few years later. I think parents are able to get a sense of what works and what doesn't when they're sitting down and working with their child. And then we'll hopefully empower them to have, you know, more conversations with their teachers, with their children's teachers over time, to really be advocates for what the child needs as a result of spending, you know, more time working with them.